Before we jump in, a warning that we are an explicit book podcast.
Yes, that means swearing, shitty jokes, and a whole lot of dark humour that some may take offence to.
Please check your trigger warnings on all of the books we cover.
You've been warned.
The episode starts in 3, 2, 1.
A book and a bear.
It's Slut O'Clock, and welcome to the dirtiest, sluttiest podcast you ever listen to. It's a book and a bev, of course it is. It's time to cover your holes. The daddies are out, and we're covering Your Dad Will Do by the Queen, Katee Robert.
Oh my God.
It's basically a slutty novella. You've got your normal co-hosts. You've got Georgia, you've got Bryony. As we said last week, Ellie is MIA. But to cover that, we've got a very slutty co-host tonight. Welcome, Tayreads.
I'm so ready to be back for this episode. I feel like it's so fitting because I'm a dirty little slut.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Dirtiest, filthiest little slut.
She's a naughty girl with a bad habit for...
Smart slay. Anyway, enough dad and slut jokes. What are we drinking?
Look, you say enough of those, and immediately there are more dad and slut jokes because I'm drinking the daddy, aka Jack and Coke.
And we're drinking the dirty little sluts, which is vodka and Mountain Dew Major Melon.
In honor of what's-her-face's melons.
Yeah.
We've already forgotten our main...
I
Lily.
literally mean, like, what was the main character's name? All I can remember is that she's a dirty little slut.
All I can remember is her holes.
I can't picture her face. I can just picture her holes.
Oh, God. Well, that was kind of thematic of the book. Every hole was a goal.
It is, yes. Well, thoughts and prayers, basically. That's where my thoughts on the book.
This book went out and it did exactly what it said it would do. And that is fuck our ex-fiance's dad immediately and graphically and extensively. And I'm not only not opposed to this happening in this book, but I'm actively here for it. Katee Robert novellas are a good reason to get up in the morning. It's short, sharp, and shiny, and is guaranteed to have me like cackling and clenching my thighs simultaneously. So I just loved it.
I love that. I love that you loved it.
Thank you. I love that you love it. I love it.
Slay! Well, Katee Robert never fails to absolutely kill me with her short novellas. They are always 10 out of 10 spice and they never disappoint. And this was absolutely made for the taboo lovers. An ex-boyfriend's dad trope with an extreme fucking daddy kink. If you don't like the daddy kink, then this book is going to make you fucking squirm. I'm not going to tell you not to read it because I think everyone needs to read this book, but it'll make you uncomfy.
Yeah, you're just going to ease yourself into it.
Yeah, you do.
So maybe just read one page.
Yeah.
If that.
I don't know how to ease
the-
yourself in. It just starts from the go.
The first sentence and then close the book.
It is. That opening paragraph is very informative.
It is. But it was a fun, quick, and absolutely outrageous read at all times. But it was still a great time. And we appreciate the effort. We appreciate the daddies, all right? We appreciate the dirty little
We
sluts.
love the daddies.
Me too.
We really do.
We do.
All I can say when I think about this book is holy motherfucking daddy kink. Katee Roberts' books slap so hard every time, and this was no exception. If you're after a filthy little smut buster that is just pure smut and maybe like 1% plot, then please read this because it does not disappoint. I honestly had a great time reading this, and if I didn't have daddy issues before, I do now.
Slay.
Slay. Daddy.
Slay. All right, let's jump in. Who are our sluts?
Our dirty little sluts for this book is our FMC Lily, who is daddy loving, an Ellie-style ex-girlfriend, aka borderline over-the-top tendencies for revenge, and
Yes.
in her own words, a dirty little slut. Then we have Shane, daddy slut, and that's what I'm going to leave it as. I feel like there's nothing else you need to say. And then we also have Max, which is Shane's son, and the only description I have for you there is ick.
Ick in the bin, mate. In the bin.
Absolute trollop. We don't like him. Dishonor on you and dishonor on Max's everywhere because you've shamed the name.
Not Max's.
Yeah, he's
They're
brought
done.
shame to this household and we're not having it.
He has.
Onto this
Dishonor on him.
household and all of your families. Shame.
Shame. There's a bell.
Ding, ding.
Look, this book is short, sharp, and shiny, as I said, and we just start off strong. So we are collectively collectively, as a collective, we are Lily, who has just been screwed over by her fiance, Max, and has decided the best plan possible is to fuck his dad, Shane, in revenge. I think it makes complete sense. It's completely logical and you should do it. So she shows up on Shane's door, essentially dressed as like a strippogram, and we get this description of the man we are going to fuck, because again, it's a collective. We're all fucking him. He fills the doorway. He can feel me. A large man with broad shoulders. A large man with broad shoulders, big hands, and a smattering of salt and pepper in his hair. He's in his late 40s, some 20-ish years older than me.
Say
Gosh.
less.
Means
Say
he'll
less.
die soon and I can claim the inheritance. I mean...
Yes.
It's cost of living crisis. We've got to get creative.
Exactly.
Shane is immediately like, what did my dickhead independent sperm do? And he sees her bare ring finger.
He sees her bare vagina.
Bear hole.
He's
Bare
like,
hole. Say less. Shane is already giving our girl like the fanny flutters from some mere hand holding, and we learn that Lily has spent like the last 4 days rage crying after finding her ex fucking someone else. Again, relatable, rage crying. Ugh, love it, hate it. Shane is like trying to be chill as he makes her a drink, but that simply will not do, and Lily essentially gets between him and the counter and then begins to describe in detail how they have spent 2 years politely avoiding the chemistry, and now she is here to cash that check in. Shane is like, there are a few reasons we should not take this further, and we get this moment. Shane says, you're young enough to be my daughter. And Lily says, should I call you daddy then? He goes still. And then Shane says, is that what you want, Lily? You want to call me daddy while I do filthy things to you that you've only fantasized about? He stuffs his fingers in her mouth and says, you want to call me daddy while I slip my hand up your skirt and find out what you have waiting for me while I bend you over this counter and eat your cunt until you come? You want to ride daddy's cock?
My
And this is what we were talking about when we said you can't really just ease yourself into it.
No. We're chapter 1. We're not even chapter 2, I'm fairly sure. And it's just right there on the counter, in fact.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's, yeah.
Yep.
He really didn't need much persuading, did he?
No.
No.
No, we didn't. No.
He was like, oh, twist my arm. Oh,
Yeah.
it's not
In
even
the
bent.
mouth.
Yeah. Open fucking wide. Here comes the helicopter.
No. Shane takes her to the living room and recreates some of the pastimes that she has teased him in like short skirts whilst his independent sperm was present. And he gets her to ride his hand as a test, as that's right, she has to earn his cock. Thank you, Katie. Thank you. Thank you. We get this quote. Again, are you surprised that I have quotes? No, you shouldn't be.
No.
It's all foundational. It has to be said. The quote we get is, I'm not a little prick who's desperate to fuck your pussy and chase my own pleasure. I'll get inside you when I'm good and ready and not a moment before. His voice goes hard. Ride my hand, Lily. Show your daddy how prettily you come.
Well,
The woman was too stunned to speak.
I think there's going to be a lot of that tonight of us all just like,
Well,
gasp.
Oh gosh. So Lily starts getting off on the idea of someone like walking in and binding them like this. And then Shane asks if his son has ever given her the big O. And that's right, he hasn't. Shane
he's
is
a
like,
shit cunt.
He's a shit cunt. Shane is like, this simply will not do. Not in this household. And gives her the O. And then asks her to stay the weekend with him and really like take out her frustration. It's all for her. He has no selfish motivations in this.
None whatsoever.
He's just a nice guy.
He's just a nice guy. And so she obviously agrees, because why wouldn't she? And he goes in for a second serving of her pussy.
A second serving like it's a scoop of ice cream.
Gosh.
He then says he doesn't want to forget this moment because, you know, in his old age and whatnot. So he asks to film them on her phone.
For him to look back at while he's in the nursing home.
The early onset Alzheimer's is kicking in and he's like, Lily!
Lily!
Where are
The
you?
nurses are like, no, no.
You my dirty little slut.
They're like, stop putting your fingers in my mouth, sir. Just trying to give
Stop
me your
whipping it
fingers.
out.
So he asks to film this encounter on her phone. And Lily's hesitation is like only a brief flash in the pan before she's like, absolutely yes. I've never seen revenge porn before in my life. But when she says that she cannot possibly have a third orgasm, he gags her with his pussy juice covered fingers and says, excuse me. No. In this house, you eat all your dinner before you get dessert. He quote-unquote plunders her mouth like a pirate pillaging, and now it's time for Captain Cock. So she grabs his cock.
Oh, you went like a pirate, and I've gone like a plunger to the face. Suctioned on there.
She grabs his condoms and it's on, and of course he is hung like a sea beast, but sure.
Why have we gone on a Captain Cook journey?
Why is it Pirates of the Caribbean? Why are we reading a fanfic?
Anyways, they
so nice.
continue to vocalize this fantasy about all the times they could have fucked before, but either way, it's on. And when she teases him about, being engaged to his son, he rolls her beneath him, and that's when she sees, like, the camera phone. And damn, it's just a whole moment. It's hot, they're hot, it's just happening, and that's fine. We don't need to argue about it. Her orgasm is so, like, frenzied that she bites his arm, and he has to, like, pry her off.
A naughty child.
Like, they both come, and Lily expects, that's it, they're fucked now, good day, sir. But nah, she's here for the whole weekend, remember? When Shane is giving her aftercare, that's what's awkward for her. It's not that we've done all of this. She's like, oh my god, you're looking after me?
Respect? What is that?
Don't know her. None of my
Unsure.
business. Shane pulls her into his lap and apologizes for his son's actions that led to this moment. But, like, mate, none of us are sorry because we are here now, so by all means, carry on. Lily...
My wayward son.
My wayward son.
I don't know if you saw. I didn't. I just was saying it because, of the reference. And then all of a sudden I was like, son.
Well, Lily does just that by instigating another round, and he slaps her pussy and says she is his for the next 3 days. So, fucking up, I guess.
Say that.
Fuck up, bitch. Smack.
Bad girl, you didn't eat your dinner. He calls her a good girl, and then we steamroll into the next fantasy. And my god, the fantasy descriptions in this book, like, they're fully talking it out frame by frame while they're actually doing stuff to each other. It's a whole time.
Chaos.
Multitasking. The literal "you would fall onto my dick" sent me. Absolutely gone. And then he edges her for like an entire movie and then tells her to take a seat on his face. And she likes the view so much that she takes a picture of it. So that's nice.
That's the next family Christmas card.
And in post.
Go, Grandma. Merry Christmas.
Fucking hell. They take it to the bedroom where Shane finally takes his clothes off. And we get this whole moment where they are like, oh gosh, should we use a condom? But then her badge is like pulling him in. Is that plunger again? And like... what her labia flaps just extend and like drag him in like a fishing net. Like, what is... He's like, oh my god, chef's kiss. And he's like, you better be careful. You keep acting like the perfect little slut and I'm liable to keep you.
Ah.
Suddenly the doors are locked. She cannot escape.
Not in this house.
They are attached.
Yeah. It's like you can't get out.
They're just permanently. They're just
Stuck in
attached.
there.
They're attached.
Oh, look, it's on. It's Pound Town. And then Shane brings up his son again. He says, I should send that video to my piece of shit son. Show him how you like to be fucked. Show him what he's never going to have again.
That's nice of him.
Keep him out of the conversations, please.
Shane is all possessive and like caveman pounding into her, and she is like, I should probably stop this, but alas, she does not. In fact,
No.
she is quite smitten with Shane, so she tells him to fill her up.
Whoa. Fill her up, bucko.
We get this moment where, like, post-orgasm, even though he is, like, flaccid inside of her, he gives her one more orgasm, and she is like, his floppy dick doesn't feel bad. Weird flex, but okay.
That is super weird.
Yep.
I don't like it. I don't
Did-
like the thought of a little floppy
No.
worm inside me.
No, it's a tapeworm. No, I don't need that.
Oh, ew, don't eat that. No.
No.
No, not the worm.
Shane demands that they cuddle throughout the night. And again, Lily is like, this is what is odd for me. The aftercare and the intimacy. Babe, I don't think you've had a good run before. Like, this should not be
In this house, we respect you.
In this house, we aftercare.
Yeah.
Shane then promises to wake her up the next day with cunnilingus, but like still checks in for consent the next morning. And then they start to fuck, but Lily is struggling to take him, so much so that she has a lip quiver as she sulks about it. No.
Oh.
Like, you've got it hard, bitch.
Bottom lip's going.
You took it fine yesterday. Buck up, bitch. I don't know
Yeah.
why buck up is suddenly in my vocabulary, but it is.
Bitch.
Buck up, slap on the puss.
Oh gosh. Shane apparently knows just what to do and how to give it to her. And so we get this interchange where Shane's like, "What's the problem, baby girl? You worried you like this too much? That 3 days won't be enough?" And Lily's like, "I was engaged to your son 4 days ago. I dated him for 2 years." And Shane is like, "You were? You did. He's an idiot. Maybe he'll grow out of it. Maybe he won't. It doesn't matter because he's not for you." And like, this is while they're pounding, so she's just rocking and she's like, "You are going to be my father-in-law." And Shane's
He's like, I don't give a fuck, just take this dick.
absolutely. He's like, "And now I'm your daddy. I think we both prefer it this way."
Oh dear God, it's too much, almost incestuous.
Imagine just fucking a girl and like thinking about your son while you're doing it.
Oh no.
That's really what's going on here.
This is a real
Is
problem.
he sexually attracted to his son?
No. No, we don't need that incest.
But like, come on.
Look, you're not wrong. And there are questions that should probably be asked, but not in this household. Shane is actually like super serious about keeping her, and it's like scandalizing, and they battle it out via sex, which really means they're both winners. So much so that he goes to give her a thumbs up the arse, in fact.
Slay.
Shane has decided that this is the next stop on the parent-teacher conference, so here we go. He
Oh.
threatens her with a paddling if she gets back with Max, and that's enough to send her over the edge, and she shrieks out another orgasm. Post-fuck.
Again, he's thinking about Max.
He's thinking about his son. He tells her to take a shower because they're going out, and he has also set out clothes for her to wear, which is weird.
He's just like, go shower, you stink.
You smell like
Smell
shit.
like shit.
And I've just had my thumb up your ass, so I would know. She dresses up like Summer Barbie, and then he feeds her freshly cooked pancakes. She teases him, and he spanks her right there in the kitchen next to the pancakes he just made. And he begins eating her instead of the pancakes, and then decides just not to finish her off as punishment.
Oh my God. It's like Smiley Fritz. He's got the pancake over a coochie. And he's like cutting out the eye, cut out the other eye, cut out the smiley face, and then he's wearing
That's
it on his face.
terrifying. That's like when they get the dead skin.
Yeah.
Like this
Oh my god.
He's like, babe, turn around, look at me. Ah.
George has
He's
got
a
the fritz.
cannibal.
Taylor's having a nightmare because it's a horror movie. And I'm like, is that a sheet mask? Is he just doing his like vitamin B facial? Like,
Oh my God. Again, self-care, babe.
I'm terrified. We pick things back up with Lily being left high and dry, and instead of finishing her off, Shane hurries her to the car as he's got a fun little field trip planned for them. A little bit of father-daughter bonding time.
oh gosh. No.
No.
Shane hauls her into the truck, buckles her in with not only a seatbelt to be car safe, but also his hand smack bang on her pussy.
Oh my God. Safety
It's like-
first.
Extra
It is-
protection.
You get the seatbelts on children's seats where it like comes over the shoulders and clips at the front in one class, but it's his hand.
He's at the back of the
He's
seat.
the seatbelt.
Just clips in.
And Max is driving the car.
Not Max.
Okay. And because he's just such a family-friendly guy, he's driving past, he's waving to all the neighbors, he's having a great time while his hands just DJ decking on her pussy. We finally make it to our destination, which is none other than a sex toy shop, which is quite a shock to everyone. Now, we know Lily has been a bit of a bad girl, so she must stay in the car, and Shane decides to give her a little task to keep her busy. And we've got this quote: "I'm going to be in there for about 10 minutes. During that time, I want you to bring yourself almost to orgasm, but don't go over the edge." Lily, what happens if I do? Then you don't get my cock for the rest of the day. You get my mouth and you get my fingers, but I'm not going to let you come. You've been denied once. Think hard about whether it's worth a full 24 hours of that agony without his cock.
Oh my
I really
god.
don't know how she would
Like-
survive that.
He's also very confident. He is like, without this pain, that is agony.
A lot of faith in his dick. A lot. 'Cause
lot.
as a woman, I could go without your cock, mate. Try me.
If I can get there and back without a single penis, you're already working against some bad odds there, sir.
Alrighty. Shane says if she's a good girl, he'll get her a present. And honestly, say fucking less, I would be sold too, because I want a present.
Taylor, what is your love language? Because I feel like it's gift giving.
Give me a present. So that's exactly what Lily does, because who doesn't want a present? She starts flicking away at the old bean, and right as she's close and about to come, she's seconds away. She's considering just doing it. Shane is back with the goods. He's back, and he has indeed brought a present.
Yay!
But she does tell her daddy that she's been a good girl. And before she can even mutter anything else, Shane has ordered her to get on all fours like a dog, facing the passenger door. They're in a car park, in broad daylight, in front of a sex shop.
Oh my god.
Anyway, he asks her to hand him the two things he's purchased, which are none other than lube and a plug for her anus.
Oh my god.
Not the
a
anal-
butt plug.
Again, there is a reason that we said every hole is a goal.
Yeah, and you'll soon learn as well. Shane loves that hole. He really does love that little hole at the back
I
there.
think the only hole that is safe are her ear holes and her nostrils.
For now.
Could also be an eye socket. You don't know.
Oh, don't bring that book
God.
up, George.
We're going
now
there.
my eye feels funny.
Instead of waiting till they get back, they think, why not just get started in the front seat of his truck? Say motherfucking less. Shane is getting her ass wetter than a slip and slide, and they're both quite literally getting off on the idea of banging in public.
It's not just theorizing as well. You know, they've been playing fantasy a lot in this book, and now they're actually doing it. And I'm like, the practical application is astounding.
Oh my god. Snaps for them.
We literally get this quote saying, if anyone were to look, there is no denying what we're doing. I'm practically naked in his lap, my hips rolling as I ride him slowly. Ye fucking ha.
Yay fucking
Yay
hard.
fucking ha. Giddy the fuck up. But just before we can reach that final climax of this beautiful moment, Shane notices something out the window, and they both look out to see none other than Max's car. Dun dun dun.
He's like jump up at the window. Boo! Hi,
Shane-
Daddy.
Shane's like, my fantasy is coming to life. He's ready.
No, it's a no from me.
It's becoming quite a family affair. So, Lily jumps down and immediately is like, not like this, please. Not with a plug in my ass and my thighs still wet from riding his cock. Fair call.
Slay.
I would do the same, I would say. Maybe now's not the time to break it to Max. I don't know. They quickly drive off, only to have Max call Shane, questioning whether that was his truck at the shops, which of course he denies. Max then goes on to tell Shane about how him and Lily have broken up and he's already got a new girlfriend because he's a cunt. We're not surprised here. Shane tries to have Lily's back during this phone call, and Max quite literally says, well then, maybe you should date her. Little do you fucking know, you idiot.
Quite
The moment
literally.
Shane hangs up, Lily doesn't want to do any talking and is feeling quite down. So she decides the best option is to just avoid talking altogether and just shove Shane's cock in her mouth so she just doesn't have to say a peep. She's a problem-solving gal. And whilst this is all happening, Shane's trying to comfort her because she's quite literally sobbing on his cock.
Oh my god.
Probably also like
Shane.
extra lube, like just get it ready.
Nice.
And then we get this amazing quote from Shane saying, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to fuck you and I'm going to date you. And it would serve that little shit right if I married you and made you his stepmother.
Oh gosh.
And I feel like that is an iconic quote because fucking go off, Shane.
That
Okay.
is. And it also went really quickly from one fuck to stepmummy. Like it was just instant.
And that's how quick things can change here. And we do actually get quite a nice comforting scene here, a moment of some emotion. Whilst they're, mid-bang going at it, Lily begins to break down. They do actually stop fucking enough for Shane to comfort her during this moment. That moment doesn't last for long, and really, we kind of fast forward from there. The following morning, Lily wakes up to find Shane on her phone, but But don't worry, he's not going through her stuff. He's just watching the video of them fucking from the day earlier, you know? And he's having a cheeky little wank while he's at it. He invites Lily to watch them as they both admire their masterpiece and consider starting OnlyFans.
Oh, slay.
I feel like that would pop off, to be honest.
They'd do it too.
Shane is clearly that good that whilst he's between Lily's legs, she accidentally says, I hate you, oh God, I love you, I don't fucking know. And then we get her internal monologue in which she says, I hate you, I love you, only one of those is true, and it's not the simpler option. She's falling for the daddy's cock.
It was a sing-song moment.
Suddenly a musical.
Leading up to this as well, when she first gets there and she's all like, Grandmummy, it's me, Anastasia, Lily, actually, I was going to fuck you up. Anyways, he remembers her drink order, and she's like, of course he does. He remembers everything about me, because Max didn't even remember my goddamn name. So the bare minimum for her, she's like, I love you, actually.
She's like,
no one
same
has-
way.
I'm in love with you. I did only come over here yesterday. After blurting that one out, Lily, she's feeling a bit self-conscious and vulnerable there. And Shane pretty much just wafts over this and tells her she needs to go eat. He goes into full dad mode. He's like, not in this household. You need to go eat your dinner, eat your supper.
My dinner.
If you don't eat the rest of your meal, it'll be served for your next meal. You'll be going to sleep.
You'll be going to bed hungry tonight. No cock for you.
He basically just gives her a big fat kick to the head when she's already down.
It's abuse now, actually.
Jesus.
But it's not funny, is it? It's serious. Once they've both eaten and Shane has gotten the stick out of his ass, he decides to check if Lily has still got the plug in hers.
I love the seriousness that you brought to that. There was a lot of like levity to that.
And we get this beautiful quote, lift your dress, Lily. Show me if you decided to be a good girl or a little slut today. And we all know the answer to this. Lily says, sorry, Daddy. I thought you might want dessert. She really said, eat up. I ate my meal, now it's your turn. We all know Shane needs absolutely zero encouragement. And before you can even mutter the word daddy, he's right smack bang in the goods. Whilst this is happening, Lily explains she feels like a bad person because she's getting off thinking about the look on Max's face if he walked in on them right now. Shane's like, okay, how about the next best thing? Let's make another video of us banging dedicated purely to my son.
Slay.
Yeah, once again, we're loving a bit of Max in this. He's really liking his son. And Lily can decide if Max ever sees it. She's got that choice. Lily thinks on this for about 0.2 of a second before she's like, all right, yeah, fuck it up. Let's pretend like it's the first time while we're at it. Even though she's got a butt plug his dad had just bought her in her ass right now. It's fine. We can still pretend.
We can pretend.
It's fine. We can play pretend. We can play dress up.
Oh my God, you want to play mermaids?
You're
Let's
saying
be
that.
mums and dads.
My brain is going, can we pretend that airplanes, the night sky, are like shooting stars?
Shooting stars.
Lily, quick, she runs up the stairs. She goes, grabs her phone. She's super excited.
Puts on her goggles,
Yeah,
ready for mermaids.
They do a little bit of a sound test. They're testing, production's all ready to go, and they begin filming their masterpiece. Lily quite literally runs to the door, getting into position with Shane coming in, being like, Lily, what are you doing here? And basically, it's a play-by-play that we got at the beginning of the book, and it quite literally ends with the moment we've all been waiting for, with Shane saying, I'm going to fuck your virgin ass. Are you ready for that? Yes, Daddy.
Slay.
Say fucking less. Open that hole up.
All right, so we start off right where we ended the last chapter, which is somewhere in the deepest, darkest depths of Lily's arsehole. We get this quote, almost like being fucked by two cocks, but you don't get two cocks, my little slut, you get mine, and it will be enough because I'm your fucking daddy.
Who's your fucking daddy?
We actually do get some humour here, which I'm quite happy about, which is Shane saying, just relax, and Lily saying, you relax when you're about to have a giant cock in your ass. She's got a point.
He needs to have a turn. Oh my God, maybe that's why he wants Max.
I was just about
God.
to say that.
Daddy, daughter, son, fun. Oh my God, it rhymes.
Oh, it does.
Anyway, they have brilliant butt sex, and she's about to come, and she asks his permission. He says, you know what to say. And we all think it's going to be pretty pleased with lots of daddies on top, but no, instead it's, I love you. But she ends up saying, no, it means nothing. And Shane's like, nope, no takesies, backsies, bitch. Then we get the brilliant moment that I personally think made this book, which is, your cock is so big, daddy, I'm going to come all over it. And that's when my ex appears in the doorway. We didn't bother to shut the door when we came upstairs, so he's just there. I meet Max's eyes as I'm impaled on his father's cock. I don't know if Shane sees him, but it doesn't matter. I don't stop. I hold Max's gaze as I let my orgasm take me. I come so hard I shriek, my hips jerking and shamelessly rubbing against Shane's hand. Through it all, my ex watches me with wide eyes.
The most iconic scene. Max has entered the building.
And now, if we ever want to get back at an ex, what do, ladies? We impale ourselves on their dad's cocks.
Yes.
Slay. Okay. Our girl is like, I'm not stopping here, you little cunt. Here you go. And we get this quote. I'm not going to apologize. You hurt me. This is not while she's still impaled on the cock. I should probably make that clear.
They're still there. They're still going.
Still rubbing.
She's like, yeah.
I'm not going to apologize.
No, they've stopped. They have stopped. And our girl is like, I'm not going to apologize. You hurt me when I found you with her. When you just let me walk away and things ended so shitty. I wanted to hurt you back. So you fucked my dad. I gave a vicious little smile. You're not the only one who calls him daddy now. What? Borderline psychotic. And I fucking love it.
She does not give a fuck.
No.
But Max ends up apologizing and our girl gets off with nothing but, wow, crazy stuff that you fucked my dad. Now, that's great for her. Like happy days. And they officially end things and say bye-bye. And just when we think it's bye-bye for good with daddy, daddy says, let's not stop. Like ever, baby. And we get this quote. I wouldn't even let you wear clothes in the summer, come home for lunch every day and expect this pussy to be wet and waiting for me. You'll be a good girl and get your pussy ready for your daddy, won't you, Lily? And when I come home in the evening, I want you on your knees, ready to suck me down and take the edge off my day. So I have a couple of things here. Okay, hey, surely being that wet all the time can't be good for your natural pH levels. Her poor coochie. And B,
Poor coochie.
suck you
All I
down.
just think is about a cock that's been out all day, sweaty, and he's coming home and he's like, drink me down.
No. Ew, absolutely
I
not.
feel sick.
Suck you down. What are we, Noo Noo from the Teletubbies?
Oh my god.
And for those who are video, I'm going to put a photo on the screen right now for you as well. You're welcome. Noo Noo. Anyway, it's a magical night of fuckery. Butt, mirror, vagina, eating out her butt, lots of cum. I'm happy for them. There's also some love yous thrown in there, but that's boring, so we move on.
Move on.
The next chapters are as follows. 1. The next day, she leaves, says she needs time. Shane says that he will wait for her. 2. Lily and Shane text back and forth a few times. Lily gets drunk and wants daddy's cock, etc., etc. She still needs time, though. And 3. She misses him, but still needs time. Then we get to June and she's fucking ready. She gets to Shane's place and gives him a striptease via video. And Shane is like, Lily, are you fingering yourself by my pool right now? And yes, Shane. Yes, she is.
She is.
He runs home and we get a couple of moments where Shane becomes Creeper 101, which is, would you like a secret in return? I haven't fucked anyone either. I haven't let another set of lips wrap around my cock. I haven't stuck my hand up any short skirts to finger anyone. Yes, Shane, please don't fucking do that to anyone, okay?
Yeah,
Thank
not
you.
just anyone, just out in the street, and he's like, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Don't do that, Shane, you fucking creep. But to sell the dream, we get this quote, which is, you're going to take every inch because you're a good girl and that's what good girls do. They take their daddy's cock to the hilt.
Preach.
Shane finishes up with some girl math about orgasms because he should have had her this entire time. Now he is owed 6 months of orgasms. And because he wanted to average 2 orgasms a day, he is now owed 528-ish orgasms to give to her. Magical math, coochie math, girl math.
That makes so much sense. That does make
Girl
so
math.
much sense.
Girl math.
Girl math.
Girl math.
Coochie math.
Oh my god.
But yeah, book ends. He asks her to marry him and they live happily ever after as mummy and daddy. The end.
And when their
Where's
children
Max?
grow up,
And their
they
child
go,
is Max.
Uncle Max. I mean, Brother Max, because we would be siblings. My brother in Christ. How did our parents meet?
Oh my god, my brother in Christ.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful story.
It is really.
Your mummy and daddy and their son.
Oh god. Daddy, daughter, son, fun time. So I did put my Ellie hat on and I tried to think of a music reference for this book, and I came up with the song Guys My Age by Violet because I felt like the name kind of lays it out for you. The lyrics are, I haven't seen my ex since we broke up, probably because he didn't want to grow up. Now I'm out and wearing something low cut, about to get attention from a grown up because you hold me like a woman in a way I've never felt before, and it makes me want to hold on. It makes me want to be all yours. Guys my age don't know how to treat me, don't know how to touch me good.
Slay.
Say fucking less.
Yeah, and there's no fan art, which is probably for the best.
It's Noo Noo.
Just Noo Noo.
Just the photo of Noo Noo.
Noo Noo in a black dress is the art.
Yeah. Oh my god, I could totes Photoshop that. I'm doing it.
Well, on that note, that is Your Dad Will Do by Katee Robert. Thank you for joining us for a super short, sharp and shiny smashing episode. We are so thankful that you're here, and obviously thank you to Tayreads for joining us on this very, very wet journey. You were such a
Thank
good
you
girl.
for having me, you dirty little sluts. I had a great time, as per usual.
Next week we will be back and we are diving back into the world of Carissa Broadbent with 6 Scorched Roses, and we will also have some other guests for that. But don't you worry, Tayreads will be back soon for some more nonsense.
You can't get rid of me.
She's like a bad rash.
I always come back.
She always comes back. She's like a bad rash.
Georgia, do you want to do a little farewell bit?
Okay, bye.
Works. Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube if you haven't already, at A Book and a Bev podcast.
Please rate, like, and subscribe. We hear that helps.
We love and appreciate you, and we'll see you next week.